Hello everybody, how's it going? And I have a very interesting video for you today. I picked up, I work at the Salvation Army, and a video tomorrow explaining something very interesting that happened to me there. And it's a commentary video, which is interesting, a traditional rant commentary by me, which I know a lot of you for some reason really like. But I picked up for 50 cents the original Runescape official handbook. Yes. This was made, I'll check a date, 2006 is when this was made. So this was before original Wildy was taken out, before most of the newer skills like summoning, construction I believe, and I think even Hunter, but I'm not 100% sure on Hunter. Just gotta adjust my camera here a little bit. This is very annoying. There we go. And I'm going to quickly leaf through this and just look to see what RuneScape was like in 2006. Now, a lot of you should remember this picture. It was on their downloads for a wallpaper for a long time. Still there, I do believe, too. So, if you want to look into the delves of their artwork and the original logo, which is amazing. In the back of the book, and there's also a poster inside, which is kind of neat. In the back of the book says, and this is pretty cool. You might not be able to see the top of it because of the glare. I do apologize for that. I need to get curtains, but I've neglected to yet. Welcome to the magical world of RuneScape, the online adventure game that has become a worldwide sensation. When you enter RuneScape, you become part of a fantastic world. Well, once fantastic. One where warriors, wizards, pirates, and princes roam. Where you can go on unforgettable quests and discover far-off lands, all while making friends from all around the world. And as many of you know, I have a girlfriend who I went to see in October that I actually met through RuneScape. Yeah, that happens once in a while. This handbook outlines everything you'll need to know about the free version of the game, from learning basic skills to mastering quests, to getting to know all of RuneScape's characters and creatures. With the help of this guide, you'll be the RuneScape expert in no time. Wow. So, yeah, pretty intense. And it's actually published by Scholastic, too, which is interesting. They make a lot of books for book order stuff for schools, which is interesting. That's the official handbook page. We come to the table of contents, welcoming you to the world. Oh, my. So, welcome to the world of RuneScape. The guide covers all the aspects of the free-to-play version, richly detailed world of fantasy, blah, 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 blah. And it also talks about the origin of RuneScape. RuneScape began in, here we go, in 1998 as an idea by two brothers, Paul and Andrew Gower. In 2001, the game became run by a company called Jagex Limited. Game changed over the years, and in 2004, RuneScape became the game most players know today, which is the origin of the original RuneScape. There we go. I can try to adjust it a little bit for you guys. I hate my camera. Here, hold on. Maybe I'll lower it a little bit. There we go. And it'll be good. We go to this mode, and it's a little bit clearer. Okay. There are millions of registered players, hundreds of thousands of them playing the game at any one time, blah, 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 all over the world. Most popular in the US, United Kingdom, Canada, the Netherlands, and Australia, which is interesting, actually, that the Netherlands is one of the more popular ones. I suppose, considering one of their mods is Dutch. It tells you what they're going to tell you: skills, combat, quests, characters, creatures, maps, glossary. It's RuneScape lingo. I really can't wait to look at that. Online safety and security guidelines, telling you the rules. And I like the Jagex promises section. That's kind of funny, actually. Never send emails saying you need a password to check that you aren't cheating. Never send emails saying that you need your recovery questions to just check that blah, blah, blah counts. Never send emails containing attachments of any sort, which is now, I think, a lie. I think they do send attachments of some sorts now. Never send emails saying they need your password to let you join Jagex staff. And they never sent emails offering to let you test new features or servers, which again now is a lie with combat beta. They did send emails out to congratulate some people and talk about it. So technically it's a lie, but not really. And then it says the rules of RuneScape, which, keep in mind, have changed, especially the first one. The first one has changed immensely. Just on the fact that they do actually allow offensive language, just not directed at anybody in an offensive way. So I can't tell you to go fuck yourself, but if I just want to say fuck this stupid quest, then I can. So yeah. Item scamming and password scamming, they still exist, sort of. No account sharing or trading, which I always found like a very weird rule. And that's down there. I don't know why, I just found that kind of strange. It's a weird rule. Because many other MMOs, for example WoW and Diablo 3, actually do allow for the sale of accounts and whatnot, and sharing. Or they don't really crack down on it as much. No advertising, which is interesting too. 10 tips for beginners. I'll read off the titles. Know your dots, so know what dot colors mean. Explore the Lumbridge, which is hilarious because now it's all of free-to-play now with the beginners achievement diary stuff and tutorial stuff. Use your map, of course. Sell your stuff. It's an interesting one. Just like in the real world, money makes RuneScape world go round. Yeah, but not real life money. Goblins are easy targets. Know your specialty shops. Check prices. More XP equals more GP. Beware of the wilderness and get to a bank. Because if you don't bank your items and you die, you're screwed. Especially in 2006. Using your controls, which is funny as hell. And I'm sorry this is blurry. I do apologize. My camera only has 2 settings. It's a son of a bitch for that. Camera controls, trading with other players, how to do that. How to interact with shops and banks. Which, hold on. Yeah, that's even worse. So yeah, kind of funny there. Friends, ignoring players. Chat options. God damn, this thing is really tough. Private chat stuff, taking your own screenshots, which is interesting. Print screen key, they talk about that. There's member versions of the game. I don't think it says prices. Yes, it does. $5, which has gone up, I do believe. So, that's interesting. And it tells you what you get. There we go. Mastering the basic skills, and this is funny. There are 11 basic skills. Woodcutting, firemaking, fishing, cooking, ranging, mining, smithing, crafting, runecrafting, magic, and prayer. These are not counting, besides technically magic and prayer, and ranging, which I find weird. These are technically non-combat skills, but they don't say, at that time, hit points, attack, defense, and strength. For some reason that's not listed. I don't know why. It makes no sense. To me, it makes no sense. Anyway, yeah. Tells you, mastering basic skill of woodcutting, ordinary oak, willow, and yew. That's funny. It tells you about how and where and how you can get axes and why you should master woodcutting. Excuse me. Firemaking, same sort of logs, same levels. Tells you how to do it, how to do stuff. Then there's fishing, which is kind of interesting. It shows net fishing, fishing rod, fishing bait, fly fishing, other river bait fishing instead of sea bait. 2 different kinds in this book, apparently. Harpoon and lobster. And what kind of fish you can catch. Shrimp. Now, of course, there is also crayfish, sardine, herring, anchovies, trout, pike, salmon, tuna, lobster, swordfish. Yeah, and those are free-to-play stuff. Skill of cooking. It doesn't actually have a list of stuff, although it does have a list of most recipes. At that time. Keep in mind this is pretty much the entire list at this point, besides a couple of items. I think they're missing 1 or 2 more pies. It's it's so basic. It's funny. Oh my goodness. And then there's this side as well. That shows, again, still basic stuff. All the way down to anchovy pizza at level 55. It tells you their level and how much it heals too, which is kind of cool. It also gives you cake, stew, bread, pie, and pizza recipes. Ranging, which again, I don't know why that's here. Tells you the bows you can use, so it's the same as as what you'd expect. Armor stuff, including what level, and of course with some stuff you need defense, which is interesting. This is mining, so it tells you the pickaxes, as well as the ores, including rune essence, which is kind of cool. Not pure essence is on here though, because it's only free to play, and it goes all the way up to rune. It also tells you smithing, what you can make, what kind of bars and what levels, and what you need to, and the levels, of course, and what they are, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, it tells you everything that you can make. Oh, my God. They do it in a nice way, though, because it says dagger, but it also has the level for bronze, iron, steel, mithril, adamant, and rune, all along here, and it just goes down the list of the basic free-to-play items that you can make. So that's pretty awesome. Crafting, what you can craft, all the free-to-play items, all the way down to diamond amulets, which is the highest, or was, I don't know if it still is. Rune crafting, which is interesting, tells you the temples that you can get into, and what the talismans look like. This tells you the tiaras and what they look like, and tells you the rune and what level you need to make them. Body, interestingly, is the highest, so keep that in mind. I think that's, if that hasn't changed... this here, what should you know, what runes and stuff. One of the 4 elemental runes can be replaced with a Staff of Earth. It just tells you basically that for all of them. Except for body and mind, it just says curse and strike spells. So, yeah. Tells you members runes. While runecrafting Cosmic Nature, Chaos Law, and Death runes is not possible in the free game, it's possible for them to get it in the members games, or purchase in shops and get them for monster drops, and they can use to cast spells for things. It says that, such as teleporting, which are unrelated to combat and it's members only. I love how they have that reminder. It's hilarious. Oh my god, that's funny. I don't know why I find that hilarious. I member advertisements, get it now. And it says about staffs and different amulets and stuff. So magic, defense, strength, and power. It tells you what level you need to enchant them as well. This is magic, by the way. Basic skill of prayer tells you about this kind of stuff. It tells you about whether you know you're winning or losing with fighting, and it talks about mastery of combat. So, why you should battle, how, what happens if you die. Bonus for non-violent players, which is funny. Talking about how you get to, I'll go down to the bottom, how you get to keep your 3 most valuable items when you die, which is hilarious. And I think that's still a thing, although they've changed it so much, it's ridiculous. Well, actually, no, if it's not in the wilderness, you keep everything, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, and this talks about attack, strength, defense, and hit points. It says hit points. It says what it is. God damn it, it is not Constitution. I am not signing some bill to go through Congress. It's fucking hit points. God damn it. No other game calls it Constitution for a good damn reason. It's not Constitution. It's fucking hit points. Get that through your head. God damn. And to all you new players that are like, it's Constitution, not hit points, go fuck yourself. God damn. Tells you the combat triangle as well. Fighter, Mage, and Ranger, which is interesting. It doesn't include hybrids, because at this time, Jagex really didn't recognize hybrids as a thing. They do now, though, sort of, because combat beta. And it tells you weapons, free-to-play weaponry. So dagger, short sword, scimitar, mace, longsword, hatchet, pickaxe, battle axe, warhammer, two-handed sword. Wow, it's funny. And it tells you their speed, their strength, and their damage. What type of damage. That's funny. Armor. So here you go. Talks about why you need it. Pieces of armor. Metal level attack requirements for bronze to rune. Requirements for armor defense level all the way up to rune. Requirements for ranged armor all the way up to green dragon hide. Leather and dragon hide, and this is where it talks about this. I find this kind of funny. Talks about what the advantage and disadvantage of it all is, and talks about mage armor very briefly down in the bottom. And then it goes on to quests. So I love how mage armor gets like no recognition. Oh my. Quests. Why should you go on quests? And it talked about how there's the quest icons. Cook's Assistant, a guide to all of them. It says the location, who you're doing it for, how do you begin it, and what you're supposed to do, what you need, and what you get rewarded with, and it gives you a small hint. All of them. So Cook's Assistant, Romeo and Juliet, Sheep Shearer, which is no longer a quest, Dork's Quest, Goblin Diplomacy, which was a bitch, Imp Catcher, Restless Ghost. Imp Catcher was a bitch before Grand Exchange. Rune Mysteries and Witch's Potion. This is the poster, by the way, which I will try to get out of here. Shouldn't be too difficult to get out. Anyway, Black Knight's Fortress, Ernest the Chicken, Shield of Arav, Vampire Slayer, Knight's Sword, and Dragon Slayer. I remember when Dragon Slayer was, like, the thing to do, the thing to beat. And look at the graphics on the pictures. I know you probably can't see them very well, but, like, look at Elvarg. Like... he looks unfinished. Like, oh my goodness. And then it talks about characters and creatures. And it gives their height, their weight, who cares, varieties, what level varieties, locations, what they look, what their appearance is, so I think if you examine them. Description, which I think is examined now or something, I don't know. When you see one, you should do whatever. Like how to attack them, basically. Has almost everything in the free-to-play world at that time. Yeah. And it goes from A to Z. So we have all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to name them all off because there's so much shit. But you can basically see what they are. There's chickens and cows and Dark Warriors, which have changed dramatically. You can just see the graphics quickly of them all. Fire Wizard, Ghost, Giant, Hill Giant. Somebody's pounding. Giant Rat, King Scorpion stuff. Giant Spider stuff. Goblin, Greater Demon. Hobgoblin stuff. Guards. Basic other stuff. Man, Monk. Rats, Scorpion. Spider, Thief, Unicorn. Wizard, Woman, Zombie. I love the graphics of the zombies. Oh my. It has a map of... It has a map of RuneScape itself. Yeah, this is RuneScape in 2006. The Duel Arena is there. The Duel Arena exists. It's kind of interesting. Tutorial Island is still there, and it's still a thing at this time. Keep that in mind. That's how old this is. I'm trying to see what else is not there, or should be there. There's no wilderness wall. It just goes immediately into wilderness. You get a warning. It does show part of Members World on the side here, including Atrana. Crandor shows. Karamja shows a little bit. Outgrad. You can see Lumbridge is still the old Lumbridge style. Hasn't changed. So it still has everything where it's supposed to be. Pretty interesting. And, oops. So yeah, it shows areas. So about Lumbridge, it shows Lumbridge off. And it shows places to shop, places of interest, people of interest, and also look for stuff. Karad. I'll just leaf through these quickly. Varrock, whatever. Falador. Draenor Village. Port Sarum, oops. Karamja Island, which is only, Musa Point. Barbarian Village, and on this side is Remington. It talks quickly about Dwarven Mine, Goblin Village, and Edgeville. Too bad Edgeville didn't get its whole thing. And it talks about random events, and what random events still existed, and it's funny. Golem, River Troll, Shade, Tree Spirit, Zombie, Surters, Drill Demon, Drunken Dwarf, Evil Bob's Slaves, Freaky Forester, Frog, Highwayman, and Lost Pirate. I think the only ones that still exist, so let's see what the ones don't exist. The Golem doesn't exist, the River Troll doesn't exist, the Shade doesn't exist, Tree Spirit no longer exists, Zombie no longer exists, Surters I think still do, if you count them teleporting you off, doing the puzzle, and leaving. Drill Demon still does. Drunken Dwarf I don't think does anymore. Evil Bob does, and a couple of different varieties. Freaky Forester, I think, still does, but I'm not sure. Frog, I believe, still does. Highwayman does not, and Lost Pirate does in a different sense, because he sends you off to an island. And there are a couple of new ones that I completely forget. Oh, the Sandwich Lady's not here, I don't think. Oh, no, it still does. Okay, Maze still exists, Mime still exists, Mysterious Old Man doesn't, Prison Pete does, Quizmaster does, Sandwich Lady does in a different way, Strange Box doesn't anymore, ENT doesn't either anymore, Evil Chicken you can fight in Dominion Tower, Exploding Rock doesn't, I don't believe, Swarm doesn't either, Whirlpool I don't believe does either. The fishing one doesn't exist anymore. Lost and Found Office does. Breaking, Mining, and Woodcutting Axes does not. But I think you can sell them if you still have them. And, of course, Glossary. 2H is Two-Handed Sword. Addy is Adamant. Ammy, B-Axe, you can probably figure out most of this out. Chain, Chainmail. Tube, nobody says that anymore. Edge, not really people say that anymore. S, F2P, free to play. Valley, Forge, nobody says that. They say Furnace. GP, HP, nobody says that really anymore either. JMod, Lobby, Long, Lumby or Lummy, LVL level, Med, Medium Helmet, Nats, Nature Runes, NFS not for sale, Noob or Newbie, people say Noob, not Newbie, and they don't spell Newbie like that ever. NPC, PK, PL8, Plate, P2P, Play to Play, Pay to Play, PMod, Player Moderator, most people just say Mods, Pots, Pure, nobody says Pure for Magic or Woodcutting, they don't say for Woodcutting, they say Skiller. Magic would be a Pure, because they'd be a Mage Pure. QP for Quest Points, RC for Runecrafting, RS Runescape, Scimitar, I don't know how that's a thing, it should be Skimmy or Skim, or Simmy, whatever. Smelt, I don't think anybody really says that. Swordy, yeah. Tally, yes. WC, Wildy or Wild. Expo, nobody says Expo, who the fuck says that? And XP, experience points. Wow. And that's the RuneScape Guidebook, Handbook, whatever, of 2006. Yeah. Long, long time ago. A long time passed from a very good game. Not so good anymore. I don't play it anymore at all. I just found that hilarious, and for 49 cents, I was definitely picking it up just for the laugh factor and to show you guys what it was like in free-to-play RuneScape 2006. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Peace.